Welcome back, friends. So this is part 3 of the Landcruiser, the bruiser build. Today we are hoping to get everything back together to see if we can get it running and driving. Let's see what we can do. At this point, we've got the transmission back on, we've got the whole engine assembly up, and we are going to hopefully get it all stabbed into the car. This time, we're aiming for less than 3 tries. All right, so as you can see, coming together, almost there. The problem is we keep running into little issues. Specifically, with all the stuff going back together, there's enough rotten stuff on the vehicle. Let me see if I can find a good example to show you. We've got random broken bolts and select holes here, which are miserable. Just got to fix those. Obviously got to fix those on radiator support and stuff before it goes back together. We have terrible mechanic work. If you look, this is just before the upstream O2 sensor, so we actually need the readings. It's not just about a check engine light. We have terrible welds with big old holes, bad O2 sensor bung, and then they couldn't get nuts on, so they decided to just weld those bastards. Once again, passable work for mechanics, but we are gonna fix all that and get this thing back to cherry. And I apologize if you guys don't get to see film of this. We did get this guy all fixed up. It took some doing. The reason you don't get to see any film is because unfortunately we do not have the budget for a camera that can get weld dust and crap and possibly burned or lost. You guys didn't get a good view of it. But we did get this fixed, got that big old hole patched. I know it's kind of ugly, but it's hard to do good welds on crappy patches. The good news is the bad mechanics were also bad welders. That meant that we were able to clean up these threads, get that old patch off, the tacks off, and It's not the prettiest thing in the world, and if we had the budget, we'd get a new piece. But since we don't, we're fixing what we can, and it should be at least doable. We are getting close. You noticed that intentionally we are not installing everything. Hood's not going on, clip is not going on. We have to get back in there, it's just more frustrating. It's one of those where not that we don't have confidence in our work, but there's always little problems, and if it's a connector that's not fully connected, it's a pain in the ass when you have to take everything apart to get back to one connector. It's much easier if you leave it a bit naked until you know that the whole thing is happy and then finish reinstalling. Other than that, we're getting close. On that same flange, the one we had to patch. So really we just need a good gasket since they modified it. We need upgraded gasket. At this point, I know that it looks like the engine's running bad, but that smoke and that first kind of burble start, that burp that happened, all of that is just the vehicle clearing its throat, kind of burning out all the assembly lube and everything else we had. This thing is actually running like a champ. All right, she is up, she is driving, she's reasonably legal. I consider that a success. Next step is just gonna be modifying.